Welcome to your deep dive. Today we're going way back to uncover the stories of 7 really influential African empires.
Oh, absolutely.
Kingdoms overflowing with gold and innovation and global impact that rivaled even ancient Rome.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for pyramids.
Yeah.
Powerful queens.
Absolutely.
And maybe even a little Lion King inspiration.
Oh, I love it.
Along the way.
These empires weren't just powerful.
Right.
They were like these vibrant centers of art and trade and scholarship.
Yeah.
Understanding their stories, I think, really allows us to see a much richer, more complex picture of history.
Mm-hmm.
It challenges a lot of common misconceptions.
Okay, I am so ready to unpack this.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's start our journey with the Kingdom of Kush,
Okay.
located in what's now Sudan.
Hmm.
And this wasn't just some small settlement.
Right.
This was a major power player for over 1,000 years.
That's right. Yeah, it's easy to sort of get caught up in ancient Egypt
Right.
and all of its grandeur.
Right.
But the Kingdom of Kush, their neighbor to the south, was a force to be reckoned with.
Okay.
They weren't simply mimicking Egyptian culture. They were innovating and forging their own path.
Okay, so I have to ask, when we talk about Kush, are we talking pyramids?
Oh, yeah.
Because I thought Egypt had a monopoly on those.
Think again.
Okay.
The area around Meroe, the Kushite capital, boasts over 200 pyramids.
Wow.
That's even more than in all of Egypt. It
Believe.
really makes you question what we think we know about ancient African civilizations, doesn't it?
It really does. And these pyramids weren't just burial sites. They were deeply connected to the Kushites' spiritual beliefs
Absolutely.
and their relationship with the cosmos.
Exactly. They also showcase the incredible architectural and engineering skills of the Kushites.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, imagine the resources, the planning, the sheer manpower required to construct these towering monuments centuries ago.
It's mind-boggling to even think about.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears for a moment and delve into another kingdom,
Okay.
shrouded in even more mystery,
Okay.
the land of Punt. It's like something out of an adventure novel.
A historical enigma, to be sure.
Yeah.
We have these tantalizing Egyptian records that mention Punt,
Hmm?
dating as far back as 2500 BC.
Wow.
And the Egyptians called it a land of the gods,
Wow.
and they believed it was overflowing with riches.
Okay.
Ebony, gold, myrrh, frankincense,
Whoa, wow.
exotic animals, you name it.
Talk about a trade destination.
Oh, yeah.
So where was this mythical land?
Right.
Was it real or just a figment of their imagination?
Well, that's the million-dollar question.
Right.
While its exact location is still debated,
Okay.
most scholars believe it was somewhere along the Red Sea coast of East Africa,
Okay.
possibly in modern-day Eritrea, Somalia, or Ethiopia.
Right. And there was that fascinating research project in 2010
Yes.
where scientists tried to pinpoint Punt using a mummified baboon.
Ah, yes, the baboon connection.
Right.
So these baboons were treasured gifts from Punt's rulers to the Egyptian pharaohs.
Okay.
So researchers analyzed a mummified baboon using something called isotope analysis,
Okay.
basically looking at the unique chemical signature of its bones,
Okay.
and discovered its closest match was to baboons living in modern-day Ethiopia and Eritrea.
So does that mean they found Punt?
Not quite a smoking gun,
Okay.
but it's a compelling piece of the puzzle.
Right.
The mystery of Punt's exact location endures,
Yeah.
capturing our imaginations and reminding us that there are still hidden chapters waiting to be unearthed.
It makes you wonder what other secrets are still out there.
For sure.
Okay, let's move on to an empire a bit less shrouded in mystery.
Okay.
One with a famous general and his elephants.
Ah, you must be talking about Carthage.
I am.
The mere mention of its name evokes images of Hannibal Barca
Right.
leading his army complete with elephants
Of course.
across the Alps during the Punic Wars.
Yeah.
But Carthage wasn't just a footnote in Roman history.
Right.
This North African civilization was a powerhouse in its own right.
They were thriving.
They were thriving
for over 500 years.
for over 500 years.
And it all started with the small Phoenician settlement in present-day Tunisia,
That's right.
way back in the 8th or 9th century BC.
And their strategic location was key to their success.
Okay.
They built a maritime empire that dominated the Mediterranean,
Wow.
trading in everything from textiles and precious metals
Okay.
to purple dye.
Purple dye.
Purple
Yeah.
dye.
Was that a big deal back then?
Huge.
Okay.
It was incredibly rare
Okay.
and expensive to produce,
Okay.
making it a symbol of royalty and wealth.
Got it.
Carthage held a virtual monopoly on its production,
Wow.
which added to their coffers and influence.
So we're talking about A historical version of Wall Street, but with purple dye instead of stocks.
A very apt comparison.
Okay.
Their capital city, also called Carthage, was a bustling hub.
Okay.
With a population of nearly 500,000 at its peak.
Wow.
It even had a sophisticated harbor that could accommodate over 200 ships.
That's incredible.
It was incredible.
But all good things. They eventually clashed with a rising power.
Rome. Yeah, indeed, their hunger for expansion and control of trade routes put them on a collision course with Rome.
Yeah.
Leading to the epic Punic Wars.
Yeah.
A series of conflicts that spanned over a century,
right.
Sadly for Carthage.
Yeah.
These wars ended in their defeat and near total destruction in 146 BC.
It's a stark reminder that even the mightiest empires can fall.
They can.
But their legacy,
right.
particularly their impact on trade and warfare, continues to fascinate historians today.
Absolutely. It makes you consider the cyclical nature of power.
Yeah.
And the forces that shape the destiny of civilizations.
For sure.
Speaking of powerful empires,
okay.
Let's journey across the continent to the kingdom of Axum.
Okay.
Located in present-day Eritrea and northern Ethiopia.
All right.
While Carthage was vying for control of the Mediterranean, Axum was forging its own path to greatness.
And what makes Axum so fascinating is that it had its own unique script.
Yes. Ge'ez wasn't just a writing system.
Okay.
It was a symbol of Axumite identity and cultural achievement.
Wow.
In fact, it's one of the oldest written scripts in Africa.
Really?
And is still used today in liturgical context by the Ethiopian Orthodox Church.
It's incredible to think that a language from that long ago is still in use today.
I know. It's amazing.
It speaks to the enduring legacy of the Axumite civilization.
It does.
What else set them apart from other empires of the time?
Well, their architecture,
okay.
particularly their towering obelisks,
right.
is a testament to their ingenuity. These weren't just your average monuments.
Right.
Some reached over 100 feet tall.
I've seen pictures of those obelisks.
Yeah.
They're enormous.
They're huge.
It makes you wonder, how did they build something so massive back then?
Right.
What kind of engineering knowledge did they possess?
It's a testament to their advanced understanding of engineering and mathematics. They were able to quarry, transport, and erect these massive stone structures without modern tools or technology, showcasing their impressive skills.
Yeah.
And here's another fascinating tidbit.
Okay.
Axum was one of the first empires in the world to officially adopt Christianity.
Wow.
Even before the Roman Empire.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Embracing Christianity before the Roman Empire is a pretty big deal.
Huge implications for their relationships with other empires.
Yeah.
And their position in the world. It facilitated trade and diplomacy with other Christian powers, like the Byzantine Empire.
Right.
And led to a flourishing of religious art and architecture.
Wow.
The echoes of which you can still see in Ethiopia today.
That's amazing. It's remarkable how these ancient empires were like intertwined with each other.
I know, it's amazing.
Even across like vast distances.
Yeah.
Speaking of empires with powerful rulers and incredible wealth.
Yeah.
The Mali Empire in West Africa comes to mind.
Of course, yeah.
We're talking Mansa Musa.
Mansa.
A ruler whose wealth was so vast, it said he caused economic ripples just by passing through Egypt.
Oh, yeah. Mansa Musa, he's a figure who truly captures the imagination.
Right.
Like, imagine this during his pilgrimage to Mecca in the 14th century.
Okay.
Mansa Musa passed through Cairo and reportedly gave away so much gold.
Wow.
That it actually devalued the Egyptian currency for years to come.
Wow. Talk about making it rain.
Oh, yeah.
He puts today's billionaires to shame.
Right.
But the Mali Empire was more than just gold and riches, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Beyond their material wealth, they were intellectual giants.
Okay.
With Timbuktu as their crown jewel.
Yeah.
This wasn't just a city. It was a beacon of knowledge and scholarship in the medieval world.
Right. I've always been fascinated by Timbuktu.
Oh, yeah.
Those magnificent mosques and universities that drew scholars from all corners of the globe.
Yeah.
It sounds like a scene straight out of a history book.
It's true. Their Sankore University, with its massive library of nearly 700,000 manuscripts, was a testament to their dedication to learning. People traveled for months, even years to study there.
Really?
They delved into everything from astronomy and mathematics to Islamic law and literature.
Wow.
Timbuktu was like the ancient world's Silicon Valley, attracting the brightest minds of the age.
It makes you realize how much we underestimate the intellectual achievements of these African empires.
I agree.
It wasn't just about survival, it was about pushing the boundaries of knowledge.
Precisely, it challenges the narrative that these parts of the world were somehow less developed.
Right.
Sadly, the Mali Empire eventually faced its decline in the 16th century.
Okay.
But its legacy,
Right.
and that of Timbuktu as a center of knowledge, continues to inspire today.
Yeah, it's a legacy worth remembering. Now, shifting gears from intellectual pursuits to sheer size and scale,
Okay.
let's discuss the Songhai Empire.
Okay.
This West African powerhouse was even larger than the Mali Empire, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
At its peak, the Songhai Empire was geographically larger than Western Europe,
Wow.
encompassing parts of what is now a dozen modern-day nations. Just try wrapping your head around the logistics of governing such a vast territory.
It's mind-boggling. How did they manage to keep everything running smoothly across such a huge area?
They were masters of organization
Okay.
with a sophisticated bureaucratic system that would rival any modern government.
Wow.
Picture this. The empire was divided into provinces, each led by a governor who reported to the central authority.
Okay.
They had a system of roads and couriers to relay messages, collect taxes,
Wow.
and maintain order across their vast domain.
So it's like a historical version of FedEx, but for imperial decrees and tax collection.
Yeah.
They really had to be on top of their game.
They did.
But beyond just administration, what else defined the Songhai Empire?
Well, under the reign of Axum Muhammad III in the early 16th century,
Okay.
they experienced a true golden age.
Okay.
He was a visionary leader who not only expanded the empire's territory,
Mm-hmm.
but also prioritized education and Islamic scholarship.
So if we're talking military might and intellectual achievement, it sounds like a potent combination for any empire.
Indeed, unfortunately, even the most powerful empires are not immune to the tides of change.
Right.
The Songhai Empire, like those before it, faced internal struggles and external pressures.
Yeah, it's a pattern we see throughout history, isn't it?
It is.
The rise and fall of empires,
Yeah.
the ebb and flow of power.
Exactly. And in the late 1500s, the Songhai Empire ultimately succumbed to an invasion by the Sultan of Morocco,
Oh, wow.
marking the end of an era.
Wow.
But its impact on West African culture, trade, and scholarship is undeniable.
Yeah, it's a powerful reminder that even empires that seem invincible eventually crumble,
They do.
leaving behind only echoes of their former glory. Speaking of echoes of the past, let's journey south to our final destination,
Okay.
a place that's equally impressive and perhaps even more enigmatic.
Okay.
Great Zimbabwe.
Great Zimbabwe, just the name conjures up images of those incredible stone structures.
Right.
Massive walls, towering towers,
Yeah.
all meticulously crafted without mortar.
I know, it's amazing.
They stand as a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of their builders.
Those walls are what get me.
Yeah.
They're absolutely massive.
very
They look like something straight out of an Indiana Jones movie.
I know.
What do we actually know about the people who created this incredible city?
That's the thing about Great Zimbabwe. It's wrapped in layers of mystery and intrigue.
Right.
For a long time, many attributed its creation to everyone from King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba
Wow.
to ancient Phoenicians or even Egyptians.
Wow.
But now we know that it was built and inhabited by indigenous people, ancestors of the modern Shona people.
Okay.
Between the 11th and 15th centuries,
Okay.
they were skilled farmers, cattle herders, and traders who created a powerful empire.
It's amazing to think of the sheer skill and coordination required to build those structures.
It's incredible.
No modern tools, no cranes, just human ingenuity and hard work.
Exactly. And the craftsmanship is remarkable.
Yeah.
They weren't just stacking rocks. They were carefully shaping and fitting them together.
Right.
With incredible precision, creating intricate patterns and designs.
Wow.
It speaks volumes about their understanding of engineering and geometry.
It's like a giant 3D puzzle meticulously assembled centuries ago.
That's a great way to put it.
And it wasn't just about the structures themselves, they were part of a larger urban center, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great Zimbabwe was a bustling city,
Okay.
a major trading hub connected to networks that spanned across the Indian Ocean.
So we're talking about like a truly global marketplace.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of goods were changing hands in Great Zimbabwe?
We're talking about everything from gold and ivory
Okay.
to exotic spices and beautiful textiles.
Wow.
Archaeological digs have even unearthed Chinese porcelain, Arabian glass, and copper coins from distant lands.
That's incredible.
This wasn't a secluded city on the fringes of the world.
Right.
It was plugged into a vast trade network.
It really challenges like the narrative of pre-colonial Africa, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Great Zimbabwe stands as a testament to the complexity and interconnectedness of civilizations in the past.
Yeah.
It's a story that deserves to be heard.
It makes you wonder why a place as remarkable as Great Zimbabwe was eventually abandoned.
Right.
What happened?
It's a question that has puzzled historians for centuries.
Yeah.
There are many theories, of course.
Right.
Some believe it could have been due to overpopulation, environmental changes, shifts in trade routes, or internal strife.
Right.
Perhaps a combination of factors led to its decline.
Yeah.
Sadly, without written records from that time.
Right.
We may never know for sure.
Okay.
But the mystery only adds to its allure, doesn't it?
It really does. It's like a giant silent puzzle urging us to piece together its story.
Precisely what we do know is that Great Zimbabwe stands as a symbol of the ingenuity,
Right.
the resilience and interconnectedness of the African continent long before the arrival of European powers.
It's a powerful reminder that there's always more to learn and unlearn about the past. So much of what we think we know is shaped by limited perspectives.
Right. And that's why it's so important to look beyond the traditional narratives,
Yeah.
to explore these alternative histories,
Right.
and to appreciate the richness and complexity of civilizations across the globe.
Well said. As we wrap up our whirlwind tour of 7 influential African empires, what's the biggest takeaway you hope our listener will ponder?
I think the most important thing to remember is that these empires were not isolated entities
Right.
that connected to each other and to the wider world through trade,
Yeah.
diplomacy, cultural exchange, and sometimes conflict.
Right.
Their stories challenge us to reconsider our understanding of history and to recognize the significant contributions of African civilizations to the global tapestry.
It's a call to keep learning, to keep questioning, and to keep exploring the diverse and interconnected stories of our shared human history. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey, and a special thanks to you, our listener, for diving in with us.